Good morning, student. Today I am going to teach you article writing. It is a new topic in English writing section. Article are of various type, like children. People write article for the newspaper. They write article for the school magazine. So for you people, there is a writing in the article you should write for the school magazine. Okay. So first of all, children, I would like to discuss something about the article, purpose of writing an article and format of an article. So there's few things before starting and telling you something about article writing is very important. So first of all, what is an article? So article is writing an article is quite challenging. It involves a high degree of creativity, a rich knowledge of vocabulary, a thorough knowledge of the subject, some research, and a lot of organization ability. That means, children, you have to put your points in sequence. That is very important. In addition, one has to keep in mind the target reader, the purpose of writing the article, as well as an appropriate style. So children, you should know what is the purpose of writing the article as well as an appropriate style. So what is an article? First of all, an article is a piece of non-fiction prose. So what is an article? Article is a piece of non-fiction prose writing, especially meant for newspaper and magazines. It usually describes something that is the author's personal opinion or finding of research. It is divided into three main parts. So first part is the introduction. So after writing the correct format, what we will do, children, we will write the introduction. That means this part establishes the contents. This paragraph should have thought-provoking lines or as to the reader's attention. So some of the catchy line you should write for writing an article so that it could draw the reader attention. Then the middle paragraph. This part should detail different aspects of the topic like causes. So here you should write causes, effects, advantage, disadvantages, boons, bans, merit, dismerits, etc. Then children, the last point is of concluding paragraphs. So it concludes the main idea and present your viewpoint, comments and criticism as well as your recommendation. Always an article with an appeal, a conclusion or a warning. So this is all about the article. Now children, why we write an article? Purpose of writing an article. An article is a highly structured and directional piece of writing written for a specific purpose like informing, persuading, convincing, or entertaining the reader. Informing, persuading, convincing, or entertaining the reader. Now you have to keep in mind few things. Understand carefully the hints oblique information given in the visual or verbal input. Now children, sometime when we write article, there are few things are given, like verbal inputs are given. Okay, verbal and visual inputs are given. So that we have to read very careful. What is visual input? Sometimes children, pictures are given and you have to think that what topic is this, what heading should you will write, how to start the introduction, and by taking the help of that picture you have to write the article. So you have to understand carefully the hints, okay, whether it is visual or verbal input. What is verbal input? That means hints will be given only, and visual inputs, hints will be given, a photograph will be given, and then you have to write those in the hints. Then children, second point, arrange all the hints or information of an article in which you want them to develop the writing the article. That means whatever, whenever you see a hints or a visual thing, you have to arrange it into sequence. Use the hints or information provided in the input and interpreting them properly. Divides your article into several paragraphs. All the sentence in the paragraph should logically lead to the objective for which the article is being written. All the sentence in the paragraph should logically lead to the object for which the article is being written. The whole composition should not be sketchy. Every sentence should be linked with the rest into a single whole. The first few sentences should introduce the topics and its main point. So children, the first few sentences after writing the format, it should, that means a nice heading related with the hints or the visual input should be written and its main idea. The middle paragraph should highlight the main facts of the topic, like the causes and effects. And children, in the middle paragraph, the main topic, like what is the causes, what are the effects, boons or ban, merits or demerits or demerits, then advantage or disadvantages, all these things should be there. The last few sentences about state your conclusion on the topic. That means, children, what is the meaning of conclusion? That means what is your viewpoint, what is your comments, and how do you criticize that topic. The language of an article should be written in a straightforward manner, not very flowery, and to the point of the objective. And secondly, children, less grammatical, no grammatical error, and spelling mistake should be there. Articles are usually written in the third person. Adhere to the word limit. Children, nowadays in our time we used to get article writing of 200 words. Now during the time of this COVID-19, the children article writing word limit has been changed. Now it has become 120 to 150 words. So you have to adhere to the word limit. Okay. So these are all the main point of the article writing. An article is present. Let me tell you some more important points of article, and then I will be telling you about the format of an article. So an article present information on a variety of themes in a long and sustained piece of writing. It involves a high degree of creativity, a wide vocabulary, a thorough knowledge of the subject, and a lot of organizational abilities. Articles can be used to describe a person, his life and action. That means life of any person or any person. Then it describes a place, it narrates an event, it expresses view on some issue of social interest, express arguments in favor or against a stated hypothesis or event. Now children, what is the format for article writing? This is very important. Format of an article writing. Children, this is heading, and then byline, that means you have to line by, then leave one line, and then content. So children, this is the format of an article writing. You have to write the heading, and then it is written by whom, okay, and then content in 3 to 4 paragraphs. So first you have to write the heading. Eye-catching heading should be there. Then the heading should encapsulate the central theme. That means, children, what is the main point, what is a theme, the heading should be related with that. Then byline, by whom the article is written. Here one point is important. In the format, children, I have written by XYZ. You don't have to write the XYZ, you have to write the full name of the person. If in the question the name of the person is given there, it is fine. But if it is not given there, then it's okay, children, no problem. You can write any name, both name and surname. Then body of the article should be written in 3 to 4 paragraphs. And here you have to see that introduction should be there. Introduction, the opening paragraph, what the article is about, catch attention, arouse interest of the readers, define the topic, use clear and precise language, purpose of writing. Then plan before you write. You have to plan your ideas, you have to jot down the point somewhere, and then sequence wise you have to write. Use facts and show cause effect relationship. Give example to support your views. Present arguments in a coherent, logical and convincing manner. Create comparison and contrast. Compare and justify why your views are better. Conclusion. Summing up. Consolidation of ideas. So you have to sum up your ideas. Offering suggestion, measure to improve the situation if you have got any suggestion. Then personal observation and prediction, children. Then you have to criticize, you have to give suggestions. Okay, all these things you have to see. Then children, some points should be kept in mind while writing article, that is appropriate vocabulary and grammar. No grammatical error is accepted in article writing. Your marks will be cut. Then proper and correct vocabulary, appropriate vocabulary I mean to say, unity of the ideas, coherence of the ideas, using the given information. Now this is important. Sometimes not many time hints are there, and people write their article using those hints only. Here one thing is very important, children. You have to use your hints which is given in the question paper or in the questions given by the teacher, but you have to use your own ideas also. If 50% you have to use hint and 50% of your own ideas. So this is very important. Then planning, quotations, difference between then children, you have to do planning, and then you have to do, if some quotation or thought is there relating with article, like suppose if you have to write an article on trees, so you can write such thought like nature nurture us. Okay, so that we should take care of nature. So something like that, children, you can write it while writing the article. Okay, so so I'm going to read some simple thing. Now I'm going to read a question, and a few questions I'm going to read, and you have to see. Okay, like my first question, you can see how I'm writing it. The population is increasing at a very fast rate. Due to this, India is facing many problems. So our population is increasing. Write an article highlighting the problem of population explosion and some method to check it. Use the following verbal point. Now children, here in this question hints are given, like I'm going to write the hints. Okay, so once again you can see the children, the heading. This is the format for article writing. Heading, then it is written by whom, leave one line, and then in 3 to 4 paragraph you have to write the article. Okay, now children, I am writing the hints, and we will be discussing it in this class. So my first hint is population of India increasing causes. So population of India increasing causes problem resources. no progress, unemployment. So you can read, children, no progress, unemployment, crime, unavailability of resources, checked, educating, so children, this is the hints which is given. This is not a visual input, this is a verbal input, because in this hint the picture is not there, so this is known as verbal input. Okay, this is not the visual input. So population of India, let me tell you again the hints: increasing, causes, problems, no progress, unemployment, crime, unavailability of resources, checked, educating, sex education. So children, this hint is given, and now you have to write it into a, you have to write, children, what? You have to write the article. So first of all, children, whenever we start the writing section, we have to start with the correct format. You have to think from your question, you have to think that what format should be here. So here, children, the title should be Overpopulation, a Threat to Mankind. I think this is the most appropriate title. Overpopulation, Threat to Mankind. By now, children, in the question you can see not even a single name is there. So you can write any name by Ravi Pandey, okay, or by Seema Gupta, any name you can write. Then how you are going to start your article writing? This I'm going to read and you just listen. Period after 1945. Period after 1945 is generally referred to as a period of population explosion where India experienced unprecedented and accelerated growth leading to population explosion. Period after 1945 is generally referred to as a period of population explosion when India experienced unprecedented and accelerated growth leading to population explosion. Studies revealed that while China population would double in 60 years, India population would double in 34 years. Overcrowding of cities has brought about a, now children, now from here, the first paragraph we have only written the introduction. Now the main thing I am going to start from here. Overcrowding of cities has brought about a virtual breakdown of transportation, electricity, and other services. It has also led to the rise in crime and an increase in violence in the urban and the semi-urban areas. If population continues to increase at this rate, we will have an army of unemployed, hungry, and desperate people who will threaten the very foundation of the social, economic, and political system and institution of the country. Now children, the impact of population. Heavy population boom deprives people of their basic need. 49.1% people in India have no electricity in their households. 69.7% have no toilets 51.5% have no pakka houses, and 19% have no safe drinking water. Population explosion is a social problem which is deeply rooted in the social life of the country. It can be controlled by educating the masses, raising the status of a woman, by fixing a minimum age of marriage, imparting sex education, and more employment opportunity to the people. Population explosion has caused more pressure on Earth. We should save energy so that the entire population can enjoy its benefit. With larger population, there is a need for harmony and peace among nation. Okay, so this is about population problem of India. Now I'm going to discuss one more. Children, something related with driving. Okay, people of the young age, children, they are driving very, what to say, they are driving in a very, they are doing rash driving. Okay, so now here's a question, and then we will write the, let's see what we can do about this question. Riding without helmets. So children, you can see many people, they are riding without helmets. Speeding, they are driving the car with or a bike with speed. Rash driving without following the traffic rule, they are just dashing through on the roads. Jumping red lights, some of them are not even children, they care that the red light are there. Okay, are some aspects of underage driving, and this is generally done by the people who are under 18. The underage drivers fail to realize that they are putting to risk not only their own but also the life of others road users. Now these children, they don't know that they are not even they're putting their own life in risk, but they are putting the life of others at risk. Write an article in about 150 words highlighting solution to the menace of underage driving. So just see the last line. From here we can children, this is a theme, and from here we can write the heading also. Write an article in about 150 words. The children, your word limit is also given, highlighting solution to the menace of underage driving. Okay, so from this sentence, this is the main sentence, and from here we can take the children the heading also. Now, according to the format, you have to write the heading. So according to the format, we have to write the heading. What heading we can write here? We can write here underage driving a menace. Now children, this is the heading, and children, you can see how I've written the heading. In the heading, the first letter of each word. Okay. U, driving, D, then menace, M. Okay, this is written with the capital letter. Under is driving, A, menace. By, then you have to write, children, the person who has written the article, by Ravi Shukla. Okay, so this I have written. So we have completed the format. The heading, we have taken it from the last line of the question. You have to see which line is important, due to which line the whole theme is hidden in which line. So now I'm going to read it. Okay. This article: a woman was seriously injured in Chandigarh in July 2008 after a teenager rammed into her while riding on the wrong side of the road. So what happened, children? A teenager has collided with her into riding on the wrong side of the road. Why do such cases keep happening? Who is responsible? What is the solution? Youngsters from wealthy families often take out their parents' car for a drive, or they take bike, courtesy their hormones. They drive fast, rash, and honk wildly. Their reflexes are not as sharp as the reflexes of the adults, and when required to reach fast, they bungle or they dash with someone. Obtaining a license is also a very easy task if some money is paid to a tout. One can get a license without even a test. Minors can obtain a license with fake proof of age. In such cases, the police only impose a nominal fees, and these dangerous drivers are back to the road. When minors are involved in any accident, their parents need to be made accountable. Many a time, it is the parents who encourage their kid. They proudly announces that their 12 or 14-year-old can drive a car or a bike. They themselves teach their kid how to ride two-wheelers idly. Youngsters should not have accessed the key of the vehicle. In case of negligent driving by minors, parents should be booked too. Laws dealing with such crime should be made strict and implemented stringently. The punishment should also be severe to curb such crime. Removing these underage drivers from the road doesn't mean that accident will stop happening, but it will surely reduce the number of accidents and made our road safer. Okay, so this is one of the now children, one more question we will be discussing. Look at the visual input. Now children, I am going to show their visual input. Okay, so how I'm going to show, let me try my best. Now children, if you can see here, two big pictures are there. Okay, and you can see about those pictures. This is the picture which I'm showing you. Have you seen the picture? Yes, so one is about kids and the other is about adults. It is related with OB. So this is the picture, this is the visual input here, and it is in the question also, it is written there. Look at the visual input and write an article on the topic. Now the topic is not there, only the picture is there, visual input is there, and we have to think about the topic. Sedentary lifestyle and unhealthy eating in children leads to obesity. Write an article in about 100 to 150 words. Now children, again here you have to write the heading. Now what heading we are going to write? Sedentary life. And a unhealthy generation. By Kaushik Srivastava we have written this is the title I have written, Sedentary Life and an Unhealthy Generation by Kaushik Srivastava. So now I'm going to read. We have seen the photograph. It was related with overweight and overweight of kids and overweights of adults. So a chubby child or even a plump teenager is no longer considered a healthy child. Nowadays children, health conscious people are there. So a chubby child, chubby is fat, or even a plump is also fat teenager, is no longer considered a healthy child. Changes in diet coupled with inactive lifestyle have sparked of childhood obesity, which is on the rise. Being glued to the TV screen or the smartphones result in a sedentary lifestyle. Parents should take care to incorporate more outdoor activities in their children's lives and limit the use of phone or tablets. Childhood obesity can be a hereditary too. Junk food like the fries, the nuggets, the burger should be avoided. Moreover, obese children are being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and other comorbid conditions. Almost 75% of these obese children grow up as obese adults. Low self-esteem, increased loneliness, sadness, depression, poor academic performance. They become victims of discrimination and social stigmatization, lack self-confidence, and are victim of bullying in school. Obese kids get tired easily due to hormonal nutrition imbalance in the body, which again leads to sedentary lifestyle, and thus the vicious cycle of obesity continues. Understanding the relationship between the sedentary lifestyle and unhealthy eating habits modify these behaviors, which are fundamental in reducing the threats caused by them. Now children, as you can see here, okay, here I have shown you the two pictures, and with the help of this picture I have written the heading and then the person who has written it. And children, in the last, what suggestion, okay, and what are the, in the second paragraph, causes, how does it affect us, this all I have discussed. So this is the way I have taught you how to write an article writing, and it comes in the examination. So first thing, you have to see the correct format, you have to write the correct format, then introduction part, then the main part where all the cause, effects, merit, demerits, etc. will be there, and finally your concluding part. You can end with a nice thought also. You can write with a catchy, something very nice vocabulary should be used in the last part. Okay, so children, I have completed this lesson of article writing. With this children, I conclude my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.